In this edition, leaders of OLF returned home after many years in exile. Millions attended welcoming ceremony of OLF leaders at Meskel Square in Finfinne City. Hello and welcome. This is OBN. I'm Anwar Khalil with the news. Leader of the Oromo Liberation Front, OLF, Daud Ibsa, and a team led by him has received a warm reception at Bole International Airport in Finfinne City. Daud Ibsa briefed media upon arrival at Bole International Airport. Lata Teresa reports.
A delegation of Oromo Liberation Front, OLF, led by its chairperson Daud Ibsa, has arrived in Ethiopia, accepting the call of the government of the country. The government made the call to strengthen its effort of widening political space. The delegation has been welcomed by government officials, leaders of contesting political parties, activists, and various social segments drawn from all across Oromia. Upon his arrival at Bole International Airport, chairperson of the front, Daud Ibsa, has briefed the media on the issue. In his speech, Daud congratulated all Ethiopian people for this historic day.
Our struggle passed through serious ups and downs, means for about 26 years. We thank Oromo people and other people of the country for helping us reach this day. We would like to say congratulations.
According to him, Oromo Liberation Front, Oromo Liberation Army, Qeerroo Bilisummaa Oromoo, which means Oromo youth who fight for freedom, Ethiopian youth and people have played significant role to bring the ongoing progress. He said his front was able to come back home, believing that it is part of the change. Chairperson of OLF, Daud Ibsa, disclosed that his front would play its maximum role to peacefully strengthen the ongoing change in the country, being in collaboration with the government.
Since the government opened the door deciding succeed the ongoing change, we came back to participate in the efforts being made to achieve the reform through making peaceful deal with the government.
Adding the front would hold relevant discussions with government on ways of succeeding the ongoing reform in all aspects.
We will hold discussions with the government on ways of realizing the reform, security, democratic activity, and public awareness creation regarding the move. We will hold a discussion with the government on ways of realizing the reform, security, democratic activities, and public awareness creating regarding the move.
The chairperson emphasized that his front has an interest to hold talks with all competing political parties regarding the future peaceful struggle and the principles to be followed in the struggle.
We want to discuss the ways of shaping peaceful struggle, the discipline and principle to be followed by any competing political parties, including OLF, and what is expected from the government.
Daud said the long-standing plan of the OLF is to bring a democratic system in the country, as well as realizing free and fair election.
Our long-term plan is to ensure democratic system in general. Many sacrifices have been paid for this struggle. The Oromo people have paid huge sacrifice. Our main ambition is to realize democratic system and enable the people to elect their own representatives and assume power.
The chairperson called upon all to contribute their share, respecting rule of law, stressing that it is unthinkable to ensure democratic system without the respect of rule of law.
Daud Ibsa decided to come home after discussions have been held with President of the Oromo Region State, Lamma Magarsa, and the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Dr. Warqineh Gabayyoo, in Eritrea. Leader of OLF, the Oromo Liberation Front, Daud Ibsa, addressed members and supporters gathered in Finfinne City at Meskel Square, where he said the agreement the front made with government of Ethiopia is very historic and valuable. And he also said and thanked Oromo nationals who have paid great sacrifices and bitter sacrifices and paid lives to liberate their people from oppression. Olumide has more.
Oromo Liberation Front OLF delegation led by Daud Ibsa, chairperson of the front, has returned to home from their base in Eritrea. Upon the arrival at Bole International Airport, the delegation was welcomed by government officials and invited guests. The chairperson of the front has made a speech to his supporters and invited guests at Meskel Square. He said Oromo artists, activists and journalists deserve special thanks for their commitment for the liberation of Oromo people.
Artistoota fi gaazexeessitoota Oromoo kan akka Abdii Qophee, Abdullahi Arsii, Ayub Abubakar Musa.
Dear Oromo artists and journalists like Abdii Qophee, Abdullahi Arsii, Ayyaantu Boorana, Kolanii Baruu, Eebbisa Addunyaa and Usmaayyoo Musa have been struggling for the freedom of Oromo people through artists, so they deserve thanks.
Mr. Daud also appreciated Dr. Abiy Ahmed's government for its dedication to open up the chance for all concerned bodies to deal for their people's freedom.
Mootummaan Itoophiyaa hooggansa muummicha ministeera Dr. Abiy Ahmediin gaggeeffamu kun dhibdeelee jiran hundi karaa nagaa akka furamaniif haala mijeessuuf waliigalteen waliin uumuun asiin nu gahuu isaaniif galata guddoo qaba.
We have appreciation for Ethiopian government led by Dr. Abiy Ahmed for their keen interest to negotiate with us and make us to come here. We believe that our agreement is quite different from that of 1991. Our people have also supported this agreement. That is why we are here in Finfinne today.
Now note that a person and a government are not permanent. Rather, they are changed from time to time.
Namnis mootummaanis ni jijjiirama kan iddoo isaatti hafu yoo jiraate.
What is not changed is only God and truth. In this world, truth and false, good and bad, love and hatred, freedom and slavery, fairness and unfairness exist fighting each other. But gradually, truth, God, love and freedom and fairness win the battle. This is natural law. No one can change it.
He also said that the day is special in the history of Ethiopia.
Kabajamtootaa fi jaalatamtoota maraa guyyaan har'aa seenaa ummatoota Itoophiyaa kana keessatti boqonnaa isa guddaadha.
Dear our people, today is a big chapter in the history of Ethiopian people because we have made a smooth and peaceful agreement with the Ethiopian government. We have to safeguard this process so as to reach the intended goal. I also call upon you to support and protect the agreement.
Mr. Daud stressed that his front is ready to work with all concerned bodies for their country.
Ummatoota gidduutti buusuuf addi bilisummaa Oromoo seenaa isaa keessatti dhaabbii dhaabbataa fi ilaalchi inni qabu jaarmoleen siyaasaa dhimma Itoophiyaa irraa dantaa qabna jedhan hundi.
OLF in its history has firm stand of working with parties that genuine concern for Ethiopia in a peaceful way to build democracy and democratic nation. To do so, there has to be dialogue and discussion. Let the final judgment be left for the people of the nation.
Really warm welcoming of the delegation, actually, and many people spent the night, even yesterday, there to welcome this delegation, and it was peaceful. That OBN has been transmitting live, from the early morning, and that live transmission, we might have watched it anyway. Deputy Mayor of Finfinne City, Takkala Uuma, congratulated leaders of Oromo Liberation Front for returning home and called on all citizens to get united and work for national unity than ever. Fukadu Brown was story.
A delegation of Oromo Liberation Front led by chairman of the front, Daud Ibsa, has arrived at Finfinne City. The delegation has been warmly welcomed by mass of Qeerros, Abbagadas and other sections of the society at Meskel Square. Deputy Mayor of Finfinne City, Engineer Takkala Uuma, on his welcoming speech said the day is special for those who paid bitter sacrifice.
Abso Oromo keessatti warri haarsaa kaffaltan.
Those who paid a lot of sacrifices in Oromo struggle, who were imprisoned and lost your body, and who were forced to flee from your country, I would like to say, welcome to Finfinne, to your homeland. Many were imprisoned in Finfinne and paid sacrifices for it. Many were also dismissed from their education due to their claim for Finfinne. However, today we are here to ensure that we are the owner of this land and to show we are brothers of all nations, nationalities and people of the country.
He adds that everybody should play his level best in order to sustain the struggle of building the country that inherited from forefathers.
Our forefathers paid a lot in building the country. They inherited us this great, beautiful and prosperous country. Our leaders were in desert of neighboring countries without thinking for their family to struggle for Oromo people. Today we have got a great victory by a struggle made by youth of Oromo who are in the country and abroad being in unison. So we couldn't jump up a seemingly impossible mountain that was in front of us. Our reformist leaders, Prime Minister Dr. Abiy Ahmed and President Lama Magarsa, have a great role in this regard.
Engineer Takkala has also called upon the youth to play their share in building and taking forward this country through standing beside the government and listening each other.
I have a message for you. Daud Ibsa couldn't get a chance to follow his education at his young age due to bitter struggle at the time. Our region, country, and the whole African are waiting for the current generation. So we should ready ourselves to step up forward through listening to each other. You the youth, it is too difficult to build a country without listening to and encouraging each other. Therefore, it is very important to listen and stand beside our leaders.
He also thanked the welcoming committee of the event.
Jawar Mohammed and Bakala Garba have attended the welcoming ceremony of OLF leaders at Meskel Square in Finnish City. A prominent Oromo political analyst and Director General of OMN, Oromia Media Network, Jawar Mohammed, on the occasion praised Oromo freedom fighters and called on the Qeros to work toward this nation building. First Vice Chairman of Oromo Federalist Congress, Bakala Garba, for his part, described the day as unique and unforgettable. Bakala said it is very regrettable not to see thousands of Oromo martyrs who could not see this historic day in Oromo struggle. He praised those who paid bitter sacrifices to realize this day and called on all Ethiopians, especially the youth, to get united and work towards ensuring the development, democratic system building, and unity of Ethiopia. OBN's Mukhtar Haji reported. Jawar himself was in exile for over 10 years, and Bakala Garba was in prison. And after Renaissance leaders came to power, things are coming together, and they're pulling citizens together for unity. As the philosophy works, synergy, united we stand, divided we fall. The philosophy of Prime Minister Dr. Abiy Ahmed. Goodbye. Thanks for watching.